Good afternoon, Jyot.
Good afternoon, ma'am. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Fine.
Okay. So today we will be doing the ball poem. And before starting the poem, I want to just tell you the summary of the poem. See, in this poem, the poet wants to tell its readers the very important reality of life. That is, Jyot, just a second, hold on. Yes. So in this poem, the poet wants to tell a very important reality of life to its readers that whatever we have, we possess something, we will lose that thing at some point of our life. So this is the reality of life, and we all tend to lose our loved ones or loved things. So he wants to tell us this through a metaphor of a ball. He has used the image or a metaphor of a ball, and he has explained us that thing. And also in a deeper level, we can say that whatever gives us pleasure today at one point of our life, the same thing is going to give us pain in the at some point of our life. So whatever we gives us pleasure will give us pain. This is the reality of life. We don't realize it because this is we all are in a different state of mind. We don't realize it because the more we mature, then we realize these things. You might not relate to the poem now, but maybe in future, when you deal with certain situations, you will feel that yes, this is the beauty of literature. We literature helps us to deal with the real life situations emotionally, and also emotionally also we feel that yes, whatever we had read is applicable in our life, and you can relate to it. So that is the poem, and here the small boy, he is playing with the ball, and suddenly the ball slips from his hand, and it falls into the nearby. There's a water body. The ball go there. The ball went there, and the boy is like he is not able to understand that what happened, because that was his favorite ball. And okay. So the thing is that the boy, he loses the ball, and then he feels very sad because that ball is his favorite ball, and he feels really sad that he has lost this ball. And then he's not even able to move. He is in a state of shock. So this happens with all of us when we tend to lose our favorite things, or when we lose our loved ones. We are also in the state of shock. Why? Because we feel that how could this happen to us? And maybe the boy is standing there still and waiting for the ball to return. Now the thing is that suppose if we lose a thing, we can get it back, but suppose if we lose a loved one, we are never going to get him or her back. So the poet here wants to tell us that this is the reality, this is the harsh reality of life, and he therefore encourages us to face this and move ahead. So he not only tells us that this is loss is the important reality of life, he also tells his readers how to handle such realities. So he tells in the poem, he tells that the boy finally the he tells that I could have given a new ball to the boy, but I don't want to do that, because it is the right time for him to learn that this is the reality of life, and he should understand this and move ahead instead of standing there in shock. So this is the this in this world of possessions, we all can lose something, and we should be prepared for that. Instead of staying in a state of grief, we should move ahead. This is the summary of the poem. Now I'll be doing it line by line. Okay. Okay, so shall I explain the poem line by line now? Please follow the book page.
Yes, ma'am.
What is the boy now who has lost his ball? What is he to do? I saw it go merrily bouncing down the street, and then merrily over there it is in the water. So the a boy is playing with his favorite ball, and the ball slips from his hand and goes into the water. No use to say, oh, there are other balls. An ultimate shaking grief fixes the boy. So here the poet is telling that it's no use telling him that there are so many balls in the world. Why? Because that was his favorite ball, and moreover the boy is so much in the state of shock that he is not even able to move. He is just standing there and staring at his ball, which is lost. As he stands rigid, trembling, staring down all his young days into the harbor where his ball went, I would not intrude on him. So the poet here is telling us that the boy is grief stricken and he is standing there rigid. He is standing there without any movement and he is trembling with fear. And also he is just standing there in hope that his ball might return back. And the poet also says that I would not intrude on him, means I will not go and disturb him. A dime another ball is worthless. Now he senses first responsibility. So he said that I can give him money to buy another ball, but that will not be the proper way to deal with the loss. So he says that he should learn his responsibility, that if he has lost something, he has to move ahead. He cannot just stand there in the hope that it will return back. Okay. So these last few lines are very important. In a world of possessions, people will take balls. Balls will be lost always. Little boy, and no one buys a ball back. So he says that in this world of possessions, people, he compares with the metaphor of the ball. He wants to tell us that we all are bound to lose something or other in our life, and not only things, we will have to deal with loss on a larger scale, like we can lose our loved ones. So we have to understand how to deal with this loss. Okay. Money is external. He is learning well behind his desperate eyes this epistemology of loss, how to stand up, knowing what every man must one day know, and most know many days how to stand up. So here the poet says, is such a beautiful way to explain that we cannot just hope that whatever we have lost will return. We have to move ahead. So he's saying that this, in the world of possession, people will lose something, and he's encouraging the boy to take his responsibility and to understand that what has gone for once is never going to return back, and people know this, and so they should understand to how to deal with the loss. Okay, so is the poem clear?
Yes, ma'am.
You like the poem?
Yes, ma'am.
What will you do now?
Summary.
Yes, you will write the summary in your own words, and you will send it to me. Okay, so how was today's class?
Fine, ma'am.
Okay, do you have any questions to ask?
No, ma'am.
Okay, please read the poem and write the summary on your own. Okay. Okay, so I'll
Okay,
be
ma'am.
ending the class. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.